everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So today I'm thinking of recreating this lilac look I did not too long ago. I used the Colourpop Sailor Moon palette and I was really inspired by this sort of shimmery purple and using the peachy warmer shades in the creases. This palette is gorgeous and I'm still waiting to try out the sort of bottom yellow and pinks, but I am in love with the shimmers and the mattes on the top row. So we might as well just jump straight into it. So I'm going to grab my favourite foundation at the moment. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Liquid Foundation. This is the one with a gold lid. Unlike the Hydromaniac one, which is a bit more dewy, this is a bit more of a natural finish, but it looks stunning. So I'm going to take that on my Real Technique sponge, give it a good shake, just take 2 pumps to begin with, see how I feel. My skin is actually doing quite well at the moment spot wise, and if you saw my last video you would have seen me complaining about really dry skin. I still have a little bit of it, but I've been using the La Roche-Posay B5 Soothing Repairing Balm and that's been an actual godsend in healing my barrier, so hopefully the makeup will sit a bit better this time. So I'm just gonna do what I normally do, just dot it all around my face and blend in. But yeah, my acne has calmed down a lot since switching up my skincare routine. I'm very happy to share a video on it. I do want to use it a tiny bit more and see what further improvement there's going to happen, or if it's just a good phase at the moment. So I'm just going to try it out for a little bit longer and then I'll let you guys know. See, that foundation just blends out so easily. I'm going to blend it down my neck as quite a few of my foundations are like a shade darker than my face at the moment. Like, it's not noticeably bad when I actually have my makeup on, just a shade darker, you can tell. And that has gone on really nicely. You can see what I mean about the natural sort of finish. There is a slight glow that can easily be mattified if you don't want that with some powder, but after a few minutes anyway, I feel like this does set down. It just makes it last so much longer. Okay, so I'm going to take my Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, just dot that under my eyes in some high points and on any spots that are still really poking through. And I'm just going to take my sponge again and blend that in. On the spots, I just try and dab as concentrated in that spot as possible, so then I can build up the coverage as best instead of spreading it all around. I find that works the best for me. Okay, so now everything's blended in and I'm looking pretty flawless right now. I'm going to set under my eyes quickly just so that concealer doesn't crease. And I'm going to be using my Too Faced Born This Way loose powder. And I'm going to take that on the Zoeva Luxe highlight brush. I just pour a tiny bit into the lid and then swirl it around on my eye. This also helps to set the concealer on my eyelid, and that just makes blending out eyeshadow a dream. I also run some through my eyebrows because I find that helps as well, longevity of my eyebrows, and applying the brow pencil just goes a lot smoother. You might be able to guess what I'm about to do, but I'm going to go in with my Chanel Les Beiges cream bronzer, and once again on my Sigma F50 brush. And I'm just going to apply that where I would normally tan, normally the 3, and across my nose and anywhere else, some of my ears, depends how I feel. I just apply that in buffing, swirling motions, trying to keep it on the white bit of the dual fibre brush, as I find that disturbs the base the least, but it also blends the product out the best. I just love the colour of this bronzer. I think it makes me look so healthy. If you have any recommendations for other cream bronzers, do leave them below, as this was the first one I tried, as I was never really a cream bronzer person, and I've fallen in love with this, so it would be great to try some other of your recommendations. I do spend a long time buffing it out, as I just want it to look really blended. As I've said before, I think layering your makeup is the best way to achieve that flawless blended finished look, instead of just piling it all in one hit. That can then be a recipe for disaster. I was going to try a different blush from normal today, but looking at the sort of combination, I think that will be quite flattering. So I'm just going to go with my MAC Glow Play blush in Grand, and I take that on my Morphe M427 to hit the high points of my face. Once again, just in little swirling motion. This is a perfect blush if you're a bit intimidated by the colours, because I find this just goes with literally everything. And because of the texture of it, it just sits so nicely on the skin and it just sort of melts into your face. It doesn't have a powdery finish at all, but it isn't exactly shiny or shimmery, but you do get very subtle glow. They're just really pretty, and I do need to try more of the shades. I've seen like a peachier one, something even a bit more pinky. Then I can stop using the same blush all the time with you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna dive into that Sailor Moon palette. I'm first off gonna take, I'm not sure between these two, but I am thinking this one. I'm gonna take a Morphe M504 and just pick up some colour. This is a really big blending brush. It's perfect for diffusing colour across your eyelid or in the crease. And I am just gonna throw that into the crease. Well, it's got really good payoff. I barely picked anything up and it's already showing quite a bit of colour. And it just blended itself out. I barely applied it. I don't know if it's the brush or the product, but yeah, that just blended itself out. Okay, I do think that's a little, is that a little bit too pink? I think I'm gonna mix it a tiny bit with that Twilight Flash shade as well. Just run that straight over the top. Yeah, I prefer the mix of them too. So I'm just gonna keep flicking between the two of them and applying them in my crease and the sort of outer V. And I'm gonna really blend that high up into almost my brow bone in swirling motions. Yeah, the mixture of the two then coming off as a very peachy pink, and I think that'll be really flattering. These mattes are blending like a dream. Colourpop are the go-to if you want a really good selection of eyeshadow palettes that aren't crazy expensive. Because I'm from the UK, they have a certain order limit. So when I do a Colourpop order, I do order a ridiculous amount of stuff. I can't lie, because I want to try and hit that minimum order limit for free delivery. Otherwise it's very expensive. I'm doing an eyeshadow collection video very soon. It may be up already and you can go give it a watch. There is quite a lot of Colourpop palettes. Okay, so on a Zoeva Luxe Smoky Shader, I'm gonna dip into that purple metallic, and that's called Luna. I don't know whether I need to go my finger with this. It is very crumbly. Is this a Super Shock shadow? I'm gonna try with the brush, but I may have to go in with my finger. Okay, no, that's blending out really prettily. It looks more vibrant in real life than I think the camera's picking up. Oh my god, that's actually so gorgeous. It's got a slight, almost leans blue. It's like a purple baby blue shimmer. It is really crumbly in the pan. I'll try and show you. I'm not sure you can see that. It's not quite picking it up. So yeah, you just gotta be careful about that. Instead of digging your brush in, just more pat and do shake off the excess. Otherwise you will get it on your makeup. I'm gonna apply another layer of it, just because I want it to be ultra impactful. Like, bam, I'm wearing purple on my eyes today. Just to see if I can build it up even more, I'm gonna take some setting spray, just wet my brush. Yeah, that makes it even more shimmery, but it isn't an essential step. Yeah, that is gorgeous. I feel like I've built that up enough now, so I'm going to take a Zoeva Luxe crease brush, just in that crease shades mixed together, and just buff the edges so the line isn't so harsh where I've applied it. But I do want to just kind of keep it to my lid, so I'm just going to do little windshield motions, and that also blended like a dream. This palette is gorgeous. Apart from that flaking, I'm very happy with it because I barely applied any pressure. That line's gone, but I do have some fallout here. I'm going to take the brush I used to set under my eyes and just flick that off. That worked well. That cleaned up really easy actually. Okay, these eyes are gorgeous. It almost gives me a sunset vibe with the pink and purple. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I'm going to take a petite crease brush just with them crease shades, and then I'm going to try and put a bit of the purple on over the top. And that ties it together really nicely. Okay, and just to finish off the eye straight away, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara and just coat my eyelashes with it. I'm going to put a hefty amount on. I'm not sure if any of you have seen the Urban Decay Cyber palette. I feel like I'm getting that sort of vibe from this right now. And it does make me almost want to buy it because I'm loving the sort of iridescent, light, colourful shimmers. I think it's so much more wearable than just a neon matte or like neon pink. Wow, I'm actually in love with this. I feel like a fairy or a princess or something. But one thing that isn't looking too cute is my eyebrows right now. So I'm just going to fill them in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in taupe. Yep, they're looking good, nice and sharp. And I'm just going to take some clear brown mascara, just lock them into place. Okay, because I didn't really set the rest of my face, I'm just going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder on a Zoeva 106 powder brush and just kind of set the sort of centre of my face, some places where I don't want to be that glowy. So I recently rediscovered this in my collection because I completely forgot I had it. It's the Revolution Sofx Highlighter Palette, and it is gorgeous and it's got so many options. And I was almost thinking of combining these like lilac pinky shade because I never really wear lilac, so it'd be quite nice to match my highlighter. And I forgot what the quality is even like. Okay, I think I've come to the conclusion. I'm gonna mix the lilac and the one above it, and I'm gonna take that on a Morphe M451. Just a few dabs of both. Whoa, that's intense. Oh my god, okay. Just gonna use the rest on the other side and nose. Okay, I need to really blend this out. I just look like I have a stripe at the moment. It's not very purple, but I guess that's good. It's very icy. If you love a highlight, like a strong highlight, you'll really like this. And to be honest, I don't think it's grabbing to my texture a lot, which I like. I can't tell if I can see it when I look straight on. It is gorgeous though, and if you do blend it in, like take your time and really just buff it in, I think it looks really nice. And on a pencil brush, I'm gonna take the lilac shade in my inner corner. Whoa, that is pigmented. Wow, I wasn't thinking it was picking any up, but I guess it was. Wow, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna do a little, I'm gonna put that in the inner crease because it just lines that up, catches the light beautifully. Yeah, that is nice. And I'm gonna take the more neutral shade and just put that under my eyebrow bone. Wow, I keep taking too much of these. I'm not used to such strong highlighters at the moment. Okay, I do like this. I think I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more because they look like different finishes, some of them. So I wanna see which ones are my sort of favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe the foundation off my lips. I'm still not wearing lipstick because my lips are still really chapped. So I'm gonna take the Colourpop Luxe Gloss in Dream Queen. This is really nice and it's really good, affordable gloss. It's really good color payoff as well. Like, oh. And I love the smell of it as well. So this is more just like a color gloss. It's not actually like shimmer. It does feel kind of thick, but I wouldn't say it's sticky. And I imagine with a bit more time as well, it would sit a little bit nicer as it warms up. But it is laying down the color really nicely. And this is a really good gloss actually. If you normally just wear lipstick and put a gloss on top, this is a good all-in-one, as I think it has really good color payoff, but it still is high shine. Okay, and I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Okay, and this is the finished look. I think it is gorgeous. I feel like a fairy. My skin texture looks the best it has actually looked in ages, and this highlighter has really grown on me. Okay, and that's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a like. And if you want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button and I'll be in your subscription box all the time. I hope to see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.